the definition of grave abuse of discretion is such that there must be gross and willful. The evidence has to be
when you talk about grave abuse of discretion, Dean,
that proving grave abuse of discretion is an uphill battle. No? It's like swimming against the current in jurisprudence. So it is only if the evidence is very strong that the Supreme Court will give due course to a petition like this.
And then it goes beyond just having a different appreciation of the facts and the law in the case, right? It's not just about having a different opinion on a particular matter.
I beg your pardon?
When you talk about grave abuse of discretion, Dean, we're not just talking about the Supreme Court having a difference in opinion with the COMELEC in terms of appreciating the facts and the law. It requires something more than that. Is that right, Dean?
Yes, well, in a case like this, the evidence has to be strong. And as I said, the definition of grave abuse of discretion is such that there must be gross and willful and capricious decision made by the COMELEC.
Are you seeing any of that in the way the COMELEC decided the cases before it against Bongbong Marcos? Are you seeing any hint of grave abuse of discretion?
Well, there has been instances of grave abuse of discretion in other political cases. And the Supreme Court has given due course to such cases. But of course, the evidence was quite strong. So the Supreme Court disqualified the candidate in question. And these cases involve only the local government executives.
Now, Dean, can the petitioner say COMELEC took its time deciding on the cases? It left us without any remedy to go to the Supreme Court before the elections happened. They essentially released, effectively, they released the decision a day after the elections. Can the petitioner say we have been deprived of our remedies before the Supreme Court because the COMELEC acted with grave abuse of discretion? Is that an argument they could make?
Yes. The argument would be that the candidate involved is really disqualified based on certain facts as well as on the law on elections and probably on violations of the Internal Revenue Code. As I said, this is an uphill battle insofar as the petitioners are concerned.
Dean, very quickly, and as we don't have much time, but what happens now, assuming that there's a proclamation of Bongbong Marcos as president, if ever he gets disqualified or his COC gets cancelled, who will succeed him? Who will replace him? Is it the vice president? Is it the second placer?
Well, if there are two petitions actually filed here, if the first petition, which is for cancellation of the COC of Bongbong Marcos, succeeds, then the second highest, the highest number of valid votes, namely that of Lady Robredo, will be considered, and that of Bongbong Marcos would be considered stray votes. However, the second petition, which is a combination of the first as well as on disqualification based on violation of the Internal Revenue Code. If Bongbong Marcos is disqualified, then the Vice President, Sara Duterte, will have to take over the position.
Notwithstanding the Makiling case, sir, 2013 Makiling case, where the disqualification case resulted in actually the second placer taking office as mayor.
What is this case?
2013 Makiling versus Comelec case, sir. Decided penned by ousted Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno. They're citing that, the petitioners.
Yes, I'm not quite aware of that petition, but of that decision. But in that case, I suppose that it is the Vice President, Lani Robredo, would be the one to be proclaimed the president.
All right, on that note, we don't have much time. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, former UP College Dean Pacifico Agapit.